So this demo is to teach you how to do a 3/4 view. This is John James Audubon, Mackenzie drawing him. So his picture plane is a little bit more square, Mackenzie, so you're probably going to have to make up a little bit. But I would still draw his head kind of big. So you have to pay attention to the angle of the head. So I like to draw a line actually on the image, which is another reason why you should print it if you can. So I can get a sense of where that egg is, like the angle of the egg. So, and he has a really interesting hair and ear back here, so I might even like move his head over a bit so I have more room for that stuff. So I swoop around a number of times until I can commit to the egg that I like. So that's pretty good. You know, and remember with charcoal you can always take away the lines you don't like, and eventually you'll be redrawing his face anyways. So the egg is tilted, and then the lines down the middle are also angled. You can see his eyes are at an angle. Okay, so that's the first thing you do, is you change the angle of the egg. And then all the lines are angled. The nose line is 1/3 of the way down, and then the mouth line. So the tricky part with this that you have to pay attention to is you're not going to see as much of this side of his face. We see mostly this side of his face. And it might even be more extreme for other people's images. So his eye is going to, the fifth eye is going to almost be hidden on this side. So I draw my 5 eyes in there, and then I know that one eye is about right there, and then the other eye is about right there. Remember, we're just doing sort of generic placement right now. And then his nose is about right here, and I just usually put that line in at the bottom. And then the mouth is, he has a very skinny lips, so we're just going to maybe put a line right there. And then his ear is going to be tilted too. His ear is kind of in line with his nose, and then it comes up and it almost touches where his eyebrows would be, and we're going to see a little bit more of it here because there's some hair right here. And then his eyebrows would be kind of up here. One thing that we forget when we're learning how to draw is that there's the eye, and then there's space between the eye and the eyelid. So there's that eyelid line, and then there's space between the eyelid line and the eyebrow. And then there's a giant forehead. So there's a lot of space between this eye and the top of the head. Okay, and then the distance between his eyebrow and his nose is about the same as his forehead space. That is almost consistent for everybody, unless they have like bangs and you can't really see where their hairline is. And then I like to just kind of draw in the hairline. And then maybe he's got very voluminous hair. So we're gonna have to draw that in on top of the skull. You know, it goes way up. Just think volume. Have to add volume. No moose. No moose in his day. Alright, and then the neck is interesting too. For this one, it's hard to see the neck because he's got a giant collar. But it looks kind of like it comes out right here, kind of at a tilt. And then you're going to just draw that collar in real big. If you're ever wondering how big something is, it's a good idea to take comparison measurements. Like if I really wanted to know how long that collar is, use your fingers and measure it, and then maybe say, oh, that's the same distance, his nose to his hairline, that's the same width. So just measure that. Whoa, okay, I eyeballed it correctly. So let's do a time check. It's 12:04, so we should probably go wash our hands and get our phones out or get our devices out that we're going to take a picture with. And wherever you're at is where you need to be. That is okay. You don't need to worry about posting everything I wrote in there to post. So you're going to be posting your WIP and also doing your checkout. So we need at least 10 minutes to do that. So there is a general sort of drawing of how you would do a 3/4 view. Okay.